All right, folks, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Got my unmade bed behind us. So today we're gonna watch the video, the verdict in the YNW Melly double murder trial. Let's see what happened.
Thank you. Please be seated. Let the record once again reflect the presence of the defendant, his counsel, Mrs. State Attorney, and the ladies and gentlemen jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the jury inquiry form. It indicates that after further discussions, reviewing the evidence, and speaking freely amongst the jury, you're still unable to reach a unanimous decision. So at this time, what I'm going to do is just declare a mistrial, the case was mistried, and indicate to you that how much we appreciate the fact that you were here and willing to serve. One thing I try to tell jurors at the beginning of the trial process, all through board dire, is how much we appreciate.
All right, there we have it. All right, folks, there we have it. Hung jury. They deliberated for just under 15 hours. They were unable to come to a unanimous agreement. So this kind of sucks for Melly because, now he's got to wait out within the 90 days as the speedy trial period for a retrial. I believe there wasn't enough evidence. I would have been really disappointed if he got a guilty charge, but I guess it's a second chance. At least it's not guilty, not a guilty decision. So let's look at the statements that his lawyers made after. Take a look. Let me pull up the video of his lawyer's statements from after the news.
Had the mistrial called, and I need to have both of your reactions.
Not happy.
Obviously, we want to thank the jury for their great efforts that they've extended over this period of time. But
what he's thinking is they didn't try for long enough. I don't think they did either.
We are somewhat disappointed that Melly is not walking out the door with us. That's all I can say for right now.
And David, do you have anything you want to say further?
I don't really have much to add except to say that the jury did pay attention. We asked them to do a lot, and they hung in there and gave it its best effort, their best effort, and it's the most we could ask. So.
Yep.
And what are your next steps as far as Melly is concerned? Are there going to be any efforts to try to get him out on bond?
We're not at liberty to discuss that at this point.
What are you at liberty to discuss? Can you tell us anything about next steps?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming.
All right, there you have it, folks. They're disappointed, and quite frankly, so am I. I just don't think the evidence was there. Yeah, he was probably there when the murder was committed or something. I mean, something's a little fishy. But the detective said, "Oh, we don't have the gun. There was no bloody clothes." They never even executed a search warrant to try to find bloody clothes. We don't know what ammunition was used. We don't even know the distance of the shooter. We can't tell. Well, if he was in the front seat, isn't that damn near point blank range? I don't know. It seems pretty close to point blank range to me. They just didn't. The evidence just wasn't there. I'm sorry, Miss Bradley. That's the prosecutor. I'm sorry, Miss Bradley. It was kind of nice looking at you from when you were, up there. You're not hard to look at. I mean, you're a nice looking gal. I mean, but I just must say the evidence wasn't there, and it's not Miss Bradley's fault, the prosecutor. A lot of it is the detective's faults. They just didn't have the gun. They didn't have the bloody clothes. And now I see this being really troubling for YNW Melly because remember, his co-defendant, YNW Bortland's trial is coming up soon. I'm not exactly sure when. It's more than 90 days out. But if Bortland gets tried before Melly, Melly is in big trouble. Let me tell you why. Bortland is the one that pulled up to the hospital with the dead bodies in the car. He's the one that gave him the false statement saying that there was a drive-by shooting when that was clearly not true. It was really easy to prove that didn't happen. It was pretty easy to prove that the shots came from inside the car and the drive-by was staged. So Bortland's the one with he brought the dead bodies to the hospital, ran inside the hospital. I played that in a video previous, and he was saying, "Oh, we just got in a drive-by." He's the one that had bloody clothes, gunshot residue on his hands, and also made false statements including the drive-by theory and other false statements. Okay. So he is done for. Let me just tell you, I would suspect Bortland is definitely guilty. He's going to be found guilty. And here's the problem. If his trial comes before Melly's next trial, which if I was the prosecutor, that's how I would do it. I would try Bortland first, easily pin him down for double murder, get him a life sentence, because for some reason his is not a death penalty case. That's another weird thing. Why is Melly's a death penalty case and Bortland's is not? I don't know. But I would pin Bortland down for double murder, and then I would get him to roll on Melly for less than a life sentence, or yeah, 25 to life, whatever, or just get him to roll on Melly, which I believe is going to be hard to do because they would have probably already got him to roll, one of them to snitch by now. But I am going to say I hope Melly's trial comes before Bortland's, or else he's in big trouble. I will just throw this out there. I want to see Melly walk free. I don't know why. I just don't think the evidence is there. Okay. He didn't show up to the hospital with the bodies. They didn't, you know what? Here's how I feel. If the detectives do sloppy work, they didn't even execute a search warrant to find bloody clothes. All they have is that his phone was in the, all they have is the video of him getting into that red car or the gray Jeep, leaving the studio at like 3 or 4 a.m., an hour or so before the murders. They have him getting in the car, and they have his phone tracking to the location where they found shell casings, where they believe they staged the drive-by. All right. So that's just how I feel. Hung jury, mistrial. They tried for 14 and a half hours, 14 hours, 13 minutes or something like that, something rough. And I just don't think it was long enough. I don't know. But I also see it in the sense where, like, hey, we're deadlocked. I'm not gonna find this guy guilty on a death penalty case when there's no gun, no ammo. They say, oh, we don't know how far away the shooter was. They didn't have enough. Okay. I just, plain and simple, I don't think they had enough. So, and I think they're going to go find more evidence. I don't know. It's up to the judge if he wants to allow more evidence to come in and whatnot. But there was a statement made that Melly got out of the gray Jeep and got into the red Mitsubishi. So that would basically say he wasn't there for the murders. Anyways, hung jury, mistrial. They're going to retry the case. It is an option for the state to just drop the case, but that's not going to happen. I guarantee that. They're going to retry him. It's very possible that there's like a 10% chance that he could get bail. He could get out on bail. Probably not, just because of the nature of the case, the punishments for the case, and also, so the reason he might get out is because now it shows that the state's case is a lot weaker than they thought, you know. Anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in. Late to work, like, subscribe, share, show your friends. I appreciate it. We're going to have some more videos coming out soon. Thank you.